Hi guys, welcome to Bible Breakdown. We are doing Ruth chapter 4, the last chapter in Ruth. I feel like chapter 4 needs a chapter 5. Like, we need to see how everything else plays out. Because they kind of was just like, this is what happened, and the end. And I was just like, hello, like, where's the rest? But I digress. Let's get into it. So we left off with Boaz trying to resolve this Redeemer problem kind of thing, because there's somebody before him that could acquire the land that Elimelech left, which means that they would also take Ruth as their wife. So Boaz is in the process of talking to that person to kind of switch it up a little bit. So Boaz goes to the gate of the town and he sits there and waits for the guy. Now, the guy doesn't have a name. He's called the man, the Redeemer. Like, he's not labeled really. So he tells the man to sit down, and then he goes and gets 10 elderly men and he tells them to sit down to be like a witness of what's about to happen. So Boaz is telling the man that Naomi is selling the land that belonged to Elimelech. So he tells him to go buy it. And then he says, if you want to redeem it, do it. But if you do not want to redeem it, tell me so that I will know, because there isn't anyone other than you to redeem it, and I am next after you. So the guy's like, cool, I can do that. Let me redeem the land. But Boaz obviously knows when you take the land, you also take Ruth, and he wants Ruth to himself. So he says to the man, on the day you buy the field from Naomi, you will acquire Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the deceased man, to perpetuate the man's name on his property. So he says all that to say, if you redeem this land, just know the name of the people that owns that land will be attached to you, and that's going to be like your new identity. So the Redeemer replied, I cannot redeem it myself, or I will ruin my own inheritance. Take my right of redemption, because I can't redeem it. So y'all already know, Boaz is probably so hyped to hear that. He's like, my plan worked. I got my woman. I got my land. Like, this is what's up. So to make the right of redemption legal, they have to remove their sandal and give it to the other party. So it says, so the Redeemer removed his sandal and said to Boaz, buy back the property yourself. Now Boaz is talking to the elderly men, the 10 people that he brought to witness. And he's saying, I'm going to go to Naomi and buy everything that belonged to Elimelech and his sons. And that means that I will also have Ruth as my wife. And the men are like, we are your witness. Like, may the Lord bless you. This new journey. They're just throwing blessings on him after that. So now Boaz and Ruth are husband and wife, and they have a son. So Naomi's there, and the nurse says to Naomi, blessed be the Lord who has not left you without a family redeemer today. May his name become well known in Israel. Then she adds, may the son sustain her in old age. And then it says, Naomi took the child, placed him on her lap, and became a mother to him. So Naomi actually took Ruth's child for her own. So the son is born to Naomi, and they name him Obed. And it mentions that he was the father of Jesse and the father of David. And then from verse 18 to 22, they're talking about the family records of Perez and everybody that's in that lineage. And that's the end of chapter 4. That's the end of Ruth. Like, don't y'all feel like there needs to be a little more about Boaz and Ruth? Like, I just feel like it was like, yeah, he got his woman, they got married, they had a kid, gave it to Naomi, and that was it. I mean, I don't know if there's like a continuation later in the Bible. I'm not really sure, but if there is, I'm gonna read it because... But anyways, that is all we have for Ruth. And next video, I will be announcing what will be happening next. I have this all planned out, honestly. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great day.